babies were molested, like, 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds. So it is such an evil place. This happens all over the world, not just Nigeria, but there's a special kind of audacity that certain Nigerian men have when it comes to cases like this. They don't look at it like an offense or something that is not to be done. They're looking at it like it's their right to take or get a girl child or rape a girl child, not looked at as something that is abominable. And then they use with the guise of their religion, the Islamic religion, and their Quran. That is also a backup for them, and they just think that it's a free for all. They can do whatever they can. They can do whatever they want to do. So this is why this is a topic today. I'm gonna pass the mic to Chumaize. You can go ahead and
Yeah.
speak. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, my sister Tochi. I came back because I was wondering why the topic, you understand? But now you just explained the reason why you opened up this place. Now I think I have a couple of things I want to spill out. So I might want to disagree with you on something you said earlier. You understand? You see what you see playing out in Nigeria today, it's not the culture of the indigenous people in Nigeria. This is a culture of the Fulanis and also a culture of an Islamic state. Why did I say these things? We have to understand something. You see, in Nigeria, before an action is made known to the public, something must precede, like something like there must be an antecedent first that will eventually lead to that action they want to make known to the public. Because when you see these people coming up with trying to marry off 100 orphans to some, only God knows what kind of men that want to get married to people in vulnerable states. You understand? You ask yourself, what led to those people becoming an orphan? What happened to those people? Why did they become an orphan? And when you check into this matter, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find out that it's mostly because those people has been displaced out of their land. Their parents,
Can anyone hear Chukuma? Okay.
am I coming out?
Yeah, you're coming out now.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I don't know. I think I'm in a network with in an area with bad network. Yeah, so those people has been displaced off their lands, and the main goal was for them to be taken out. Maybe their father and their mother have been killed, and probably their girl child be married off to these people that want to take over the land. So the main agenda was to start planting their seeds in the people, like in the offspring of the owners of the land. So you gotta understand that this type of things only happen in Islamic states. This is a way of trying to conquer people, take over their land, and also make the abnormal become norms. Because now they see that, okay, let us try to make this thing look normal in the eyes of the public, like where we are being taken to court, the government knows about it. But when you look at those, most of those girls probably are Christians, Christian Northerners that have been displaced, their parents have been killed. In a same country, a government, when people go through disaster, because I don't think things like this happen in a same country and a developed. When people go through disasters, the government made provisions for them. You understand? To help them heal and also help them reintegrate them back into the society so that they can live like normal people again. But what does the option of a terrorist state with terrorists in charge have to offer to these people? Is to try and marry them out. And let me tell you something, it's also an agenda that is trying to be normalized in Nigeria. You see, Nigeria is a place whereby they make the abnormal become norms. Look at now, they have bring poverty and they've spread it all over the place because poverty is a very is a weapon of conquer. Because when you are in poverty, you don't know where your next meal is going to come from, or you don't have that hope of having a better life or a better future. Somebody can just come from nowhere and control you. And that's what the Fulanis did to make sure that they instill poverty in the whole of Nigeria. That's why you see everybody, just even at the mention of just little amount of money, they do anything. And you having to say that um, a lot of people have been molested, sexually abused in the wrong way, young people. It's because of the poverty and the state of living in Nigeria. People have come to normalize this aspect of or a way of doing things like whereby in order to in order to um in order to like get out of sufferings, you tend to see most families like trying to give off their daughter at a very young age. They give up their daughter into marriage. You can see an old man, you understand, old enough to even be the age mate of their father because of the poverty state. Maybe that man probably a politician or in one position of power or something, you understand, embezzling the people's money. They use that as an opportunity, you understand, to give out their daughter. Oh, okay, maybe when we marry our young daughter, is even something, it's even like a competition. That is what the Fulani government has brought to Nigeria. They brought it so that the women can be bought for so cheap. They can control the mind of the young men. And when you see all these things are happening, these things will always, the end result is you see things like pedophiles, you see things like sex trafficking, you see things like children being molested. And these are things that are always known with a particular people, which are the Fulanis, and also it is also normal in like Islamic states. These are where you see things like that. And to further, like, just to round, I'm sorry, I gotta call. Just to round up my submission. You see, before you can know you've become a victim, you have to be first informed about the crime that was being committed. A lot of people now, because of how the Fulani have used poverty to normalize all these type of acts, people giving out their daughters to older men at a young age because of poverty. You understand? Younger girls going out. Do you know that young girls now are the ones even fending for their family in Nigeria? Parents don't even ask their children no more. Where do you get this type of money you're spending for? That is what the Fulanis have brought into Nigeria through poverty, through subjugation, through eradication of education. You have what they call Sunnah, eradication of innovation and establishment of Sunnah. They take away innovation and bring in all this archaic Islamic way of doing things in Islamic State and also the kind of things that terrorists does. They take away the education. Most girls, young girl, when a grown man touch a young girl in a wrong place inappropriately, you understand? They don't even know that they have been sexually harassed. They don't have that knowledge. They don't have that education. They don't have that. This thing this person is doing is wrong, or maybe an older man exposing himself in public when you have young kids around. They don't know that this is a sexual crime. Or or parents baiting their kids outside in the open because it happens everywhere in Lagos. Go to the mainland, you see children bringing the buckets outside, taking their bath on the street. You understand? Because of they don't have that education, they don't have that knowledge that this thing can be sexually provocative. These things are sexual harassment. This is a sexual crime. And it all boils down to the particular people who are the CEOs of the British company. You understand? Because they reached an agreement with the British government. Britain want to take resources. These people want to conquer Nigeria because they don't have a country of their own. So it's just like a kind of like a symbiotic type of relation whereby this one benefit and I benefit. And Fulani is bringing their own agenda of poverty You understand? Indirectly changing the country into an Islamic state, bringing all these Islamic acts that happen in an Islamic state into Nigeria. And that's what you see happening today, whereby your education system has been destroyed. They don't even teach them about what is rape. They don't even teach them about what is sexual harassment. They don't even teach them about they to love the wrong things. So these are the things that you see happening in Nigeria. So I just want to understand whatever culture you see or whatever thing that those are the things of the Fulani. Those are not the things of the indigenous people. They have very, very strong and norms that guide them. But you see, Nigeria is a place with the kind of environment that it doesn't allow your culture, your tradition, your normal way of life to strive. Because if they allow that to strive, there might be no Nigeria. So Nigeria have to suppress it, bring their own that is artificial, that they know will eventually destroy you so that Nigeria will continue to stand. I'll use my mic for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
the greatness. I can hear you.
Okay, Tochi, man, thank you for still being here. I'm back now. Let me see if I can
Public
play.
domain. What do you think suggests that the girls that are being given out that the speaker is sponsoring marriage are underage? Just that, please. Or what gives you the clue that that is underage marriage?
From Mrs. Fuju's statement, I mean, she said some of the girls are underage, right? And for that reason, she's against it. I mean, this is in the public domain, right? All of them might not be underage, but some of them are underage. And I don't think you can, as you are right now, give me the age of all those girls. 100 of them. I don't know if you can list them out. But I believe the minister might have done a background check to confirm. But we know that there's underage marriage in the north. But constitutionally, is it right? I mean, the Nigerian constitution, is it right? But, you know...
Sam, sorry. The underage you talk about, is it only in the north or it is happening also in the south? Are you aware it's happening in the south? No. Haruna.
Yes, it might happen in the south, but we know
let's calculate an underage, where be it from the south or the north.
Yes, it might happen in the south, but it is prevalent in the north. That we know. I think there was a governor that even did such thing. If I'm not mistaken, was it Yarima? Yes, so, this is what we all know. But of course, whatever...
Big Daddy, sorry. Sam, sorry, I want so that we have something clear. I think Stride was saying something like this, that, wait, if you are saying that you know that, okay, it might happen in the south, but we all know that it is a northern thing, not a Nigerian thing, right?
Okay, you know what? Since you want to be...
No. I want to be Sam. Is it a Nigerian thing?
I do nothing. Don't let us shy away from the truth. Okay? I said it happens. The Allah. Let me... It happens in the south, but it is more prevalent in the north. Is that a lie? I said it happens in the south, but it is more prevalent in the north. In fact, we have a poster boy, or should I say a governor, who even made it go viral. Yarima, okay, is that a lie?
It is a northern thing. It is a northern thing.
That is, listen, right? I cannot determine for you what you choose to believe. And whatever direction.
We have, because Stride was here. I think I heard you when you are here when Stride was speaking also. So that is why I wanted it to be very clear that you feel that okay, it is prevalent in the north, so it's a northern thing, not a Nigerian thing. According to you, just be clear. Don't be up and down.
No, you are just the one trying to beat around the bush. I think my statement has.
No, it's not beating around the bush. No,
I don't know. We just
for you it's a northern thing. No, for to you it's a northern thing. Just say yes, I will allow you to go. No, I will allow you. I want you to be clear.
No, you are not holding me in any way. Bro.
Can I jump in real quick on this? Because if we listen to what the topic says, it says Nigerian men. He didn't mention North, he didn't mention South. And what we are reacting here, I think when Tochi actually opened this page, was some people from the South actually supported this. So I don't see where I don't understand where we're having argument North and South, because obviously on that page, both people from the South and North supported this. And that's what we are condemning, because we are so ashamed. Like even people from the South can actually give thumb up to these kind of things. Is really bad for no matter who, whether North or South, to marry kids underage. Sometimes even from, we are talking about 13, but sometimes it goes on to 7. It can be anywhere. And I think I mentioned this earlier on this page. It's not just girls, but male and female. Young boys, young girls, and also the supporters not just male. It's both female as well. So let's not argue about North and South and then address the real issue about this pedophilia. It goes across. I just want to jump in right quick and then address this. So please, let's not argue about this and then go down and discuss about what we are discussing. And then if someone is handling the mic, the normal thing is just like allow him to finish up his submission. And then if you have a contrary opinion, then you can jump in and say that. Okay?
Thank you very much for that statement. Actually, you're correct. We're not actually, I don't think we're arguing about it over here. We're just trying to give context to people that are listening, because some people will be like, why is these people on here talking about this today? So actually something lead to something. It's why we're actually talking about it, because if we allow their narrative to stand, it's very very dangerous to allow such narrative to stand without a pushback. So that is what we're doing here, trying to push back. But you're very correct, Tobe. So why I'm playing this is for us to listen to the people themselves from their own, from the horse's mouth. So it will not be as if we're the one putting words in their mouth. To be honest with you, I was not on the space. You understand? But when Tochi talked about it and the anger in which she came to open this space, I was like, I have to go listen to it, and that's why. And when I went there, it was very offensive. So some of the I'm not going to play everything. Why some people are speaking, I'm going to be playing on the background. So when I get to that offensive part, I'll play it for everybody to hear. So I'm going to let Mr. Chuku Mezie, please unmute yourself.
I just want to say something. You see, the thing is, we need to understand why all these things are trying to be forced into our throats to make it look normal to us. Nigeria is desperate to make that country. The northern Fulanis are desperate to make that country an Islamic state. And pedophilia are very, very prevalent in Islamic states. And I want you to understand something. The rate of poverty in that country, it is only people that can at least feed that will be able to come online or even be on Twitter and say they want to host a space. And you got to understand, these people that are claiming to be from north, south, and this thing, these are just people that are still being sponsored by the government. You understand? These are people still sponsored. These are their agents to try and push this narrative to make it stand, because they want to Islamize Nigeria so that it will start looking normal. One thing about propaganda, when you keep telling it, it becomes a truth. It becomes a fact to the people, even though it's lies. So this is an agenda to tell you we are already Islamic states and we are going to force it down. Accept it. So all these people you see there on this space, they are the ones that they are carrying out the agenda of the Islamists that are trying to turn that country from a secular state to already is an Islamic state. So I just want us to get that These are people working for the government, most especially Northern Fulanis. Thank you.
Um, what greatest are you there? Let me just chip in something. Chukuma made is 100% correct when he said that these people they have succeeded inflate what they call, like some of our people have become so corrupt. They are also doing everything humanly possible to, when it comes to poverty, of course, they have already infiltrated our people because our people now are just looking for a way to survive, just to eat. And this, when it comes to this pedophilia stuff of a thing, this is what they are trying to bring to our people. And believe you me, um, um, most of our people who have this idea of one Nigeria, and some of the leaders you see in Nigeria working with the Fulanese, when you watch these people very well, you will see that they have ideology of a Fulani. They have complete ideology of Fulani. So everything they are doing, they just want to infiltrate us with all this kind of alamajiri way of system of life, and which they are, if not for Biafra government, if not for this generation of Biafra right now, just since 2019, believe you me, they are getting there. That is why you see somebody like Emefiele, upon all the suffering and that our people are facing, none if like infrastructure is nowhere to be found, nothing is working. You see our people stay in strike for years, and they pack a whole lot of money in his house. This is not the typical life of a Biafran man or woman. So anyone that tell you that if we sit back, that they will not get this their pedophilian mindset into Biafran territory, it's only Biafra that can rescue, this situation. Because Alamajiri way of reasoning, almost everyone that is into that work with one Nigeria have the same mentality. That is why you see Obi dressing like them, sitting in the mosque to eat with Alamajiris. So, if on your hands it's up, and don't know if you want to say something before the word greatest continues. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. I come again. I was a little bit busy, so I went off. So we are still on the topic. Um, pedophilia of a teen. That is I think it's an heritage of the Islamic people, the Fulanis. That is their heritage. They inherited that from their great grandfather, which is Muhammad. After that, Usman Danfodio brought it to Nigeria and implemented that to the northern people. So now they're trying to push it in the south in our place, and we resist it. We are going to resist it. They can't force us to live like them, and we can never live like them. You know, we can never live like them. We are no one. They should be on their own. They can continue disvirgin their kid of 2 months old, 3 months old. It's not our problem, but that will not come to our place. It can't. Once they are thinking to even bring it to our place or implement any foolish person calling himself like Igbo politician or Igbo governor to our place, we will crush that person down. You cannot go and mingle with Islamic people and come and bring it to our place to implement it to us and be telling us that we have to do this. No, 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 no. If you want to serve the Fulani, go to the north and serve them. We are not comfortable with that their system of lives, that the system of living. We can't do by that. Our ancestors didn't accept that. Our ancestors didn't marry their kid or their wife, or didn't give their kid hand in marriage by that type of age. No. Yes, they were marrying at a young age, but not that at that type of age, 5 years. No. At least I know my mother got married maybe I think by 18 or 19 years she got married, at that time. So this pedophilia of what, or pedophilia of something, they cannot bring it to us, you know. Yes, they can let them live with that in the north. And if Uju, that woman want to continue mingling with them, let her be doing that on her own. Afterwards, she is representing them. Anybody that has that woman, I've said it before, anybody that have that woman contact should call her in order. Say, nne hapụkwa ndị a ka ha birikwa nke ha. Come back home. Rather resign. If you cannot stop it, resign before ndị reach you. If she do block head or block ear, nah, anything that happens to her there, nah, you people should not post it on this platform that, hey, tomorrow that I've killed that woman. Nobody should post it. Yes. Nobody. If they are threatening her, let her just resign. Come, allow them. Let them eat that Nigeria alone. Let them eat it. Come back. You cannot fight them. You can't win them. Anything these Fulani people want to do, they will do it. They will do it. No matter how, they will do it. If you go to court, they will put their person there. And they will do mago as if they are against it. No, they are never against it because that is their culture right from birth. So you nyamiri that just come. You want to come and overshadow them. So that is it, what has happened again, they have kidnapped again another 200 and something 200 and something people still in Zamfara as of today, as for today. And everywhere is, now Nigeria is a state that I don't even know how to mention it. It's caused by Mami Wata, because even Satan can bless you. If you need a blessing from Satan will bless you and you can make use of it. So I will not say Satan cause Nigeria. It's Mami Wata. I don't know. Other Mami Wata cause that Nigeria. Nigeria is a how will I Nigeria is a country that was built under fraud, lie, under criminality, under magu, and handed to demons. After building it under fraud, they handed it to demons. And that demons are the one ruling that state called Nigeria. I can never call it a country. It's a state. It's just something they put together. It's a state. It's never a country. No. So that is it. So we must do everything to come out from that contraption, from that joint thing they put together, that breaking bottle that they join. We must do everything to break it, pata. And we must do everything. If we love our generation, if we love our future today, if we love ourselves, if we love our kids, we must do everything. Everybody must put hand on deck to break it finish. If not, in 20 years coming, Chineke now. In 20 years coming, our children will ask us that where were we? Where how will I even speak it? This English, this grammar is too much now. So that is it. We must do everything to break it. Thank you so much. I rest my case.
Thank you very much. Wow, you guys are amazing for your contribution. And just to be honest with you, speaking up as men and as fathers, husbands, it's a good thing. It's a good thing we're doing, and we should speak up for those that can speak up for themselves. The Nigerian system itself support pedophilia. Nigerian politicians are pedophiles. Nigerian pastors are pedophiles. Nigeria security agencies has pedophiles in them. Um, Anywhere you can think of, our educational system have a lot of pedophiles. Every corner you look at, there are pedophiles everywhere in Nigeria. So what do? They They create a way of demonizing anybody that comes out to talk against it. When you listen to spaces, to the space that actually brought about this, you see people trying to make excuses for pedophilia. Do you know there was a time in the House of Representatives? I think that was the time Yerima married the underage girl. They left debating education, they left debating infrastructure, they left debating healthcare and other stuff. They were debating actually putting into constitution the ability for adults to marry children. If you think I'm lying, you can go research me. And the House of Representatives, even to the extent Stema Damascus, the lady, the Nollywood actress, came out crying and made a video against it. I just sorry for the children in Nigeria. You know, somebody made an example. You know, when we're growing, you see an adult who tell a child, "Ah, madam, I'm gonna marry that your pikin." No, then we just, to me, then it just seems like, oh, he's just being sarcastic, or she's being sarcastic. But if you say that shit right now where I am, that might cost a whole lot of record because I will not be able to accept that, even though you might be joking, but it does not sound feasible in the head, in the ear. So there are some cultures that cannot be changed in Nigeria except we remove ourselves from that equation. Because when I listen to people make excuse for something that everybody should come together in a consensus and agree to, that this is wrong, then it make me believe that I'm living under the same, breathing under the same, breathing the same air with animals, with barbarians, with psychopaths. There's one that they call Haruna on there. You can see how this guy is defending this behavior. You can see how he's defending this behavior, this sick behavior. Man, we need to talk because the moment you keep quiet, silence, they say, is complicit. The moment you keep quiet, you're actually accepting what is happening around you. Has there been an improvement from when I was growing up to now? Yes, but a lot has to be done. The conversation has to be put forth every time in people's face so we would know that what the Northerners are doing is pedophilia. What the politicians are doing is pedophilia. They are sexually assaulting little girls from every corner of the country. I'm not putting it to the north, every corner of the country. So please, anybody that sees something, say something. Um, I don't know. I want to first of all thank everybody for being on here, and for those of you listening, anonymously. I know some of you don't want your face to be shown, but if you support that thing, if you support that behavior, if that is your thing, please desist from it, repent from it, confess your sin, and atone for your sins. And atone for it. Somebody says they have two daughters that he cannot imagine an old man coming to tell me I want to marry you. Someone also said once a female child is born, they come and put diarrhea in their head before the child can even know their left from their right. Children are innocent. They come to this world without any atom of hate, any atom of anything. They are plain slate. Everything we do is like we're recording or, or an empty CD. That is what they are. The moment you start to abuse them, you show them this life, that is what they grew up to know about. Hurt people, hurt people. Those children that you hurt, in future, is going to go hurt more children. The cycle is going to continue. How can you now expect the judicial system in Nigeria to work and protect the common man when the judges themselves are pedophiles? Allegedly, because I don't have any evidence to point to anyone, but we all know growing up in Nigeria is a common sense, is a common knowledge of what is happening. Well, I'm not speaking as someone from outside, I'm speaking as someone that knows from inside. From inside. We can't accept this. And I like the fact that we Biafrans are coming to tackle this stuff, because we will not allow this kind of behavior to continue whenever we've been able to remove ourselves from this equation. The reason why you see a lot of people come to attack you when you talk about moving Nigeria from where it is to somewhere else, either by breaking it up or whatever means, is because they are comfortable in their criminality. They are comfortable in the lack of accountability, the impunity in which they operate. They are comfortable in it. So anybody that comes and want to make change to that status quo, they will fight back. I can see, God damn, I can't even imagine somebody opening his mouth to support. It is. So I'm gonna play some more of these. If anybody has anything to say, you can request the mic. You can raise your hand up, or you can just like I don't know, interject or mute and just interject, and I'll mute it, and we'll continue like that. Ogochukwu, you have anything to say before I play, or I should go ahead? Tochi is a little busy.
A north thing, or it is something that only happens in the north. I have a very good friend of mine, Sam Vivo, and well, he's an Ishan man. He told me with his mouth that his mother married at the age of 16. If you see him and his mother today, you think they are elder brothers and sister. The woman is still very young. So let us not go that route. And we also know that while underage marriage is not common in the north, teenage underage sex is common in the south. Let us, and even I think Ekiti State, according to UNICEF, Ekiti State leads in the prevalence of teenage pregnancy in the whole country. Ekiti State, one of the most educated states in this country. So let us be very careful if we want to go through Motsingi. Let's address the issue as it is. Mr. Aruna, you will go, then we will hear from Sam Vivo, and then we'll continue, we'll move our mic. Mr. Wele, addition, I see you. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Barrister, I see you. Aruna, please go ahead.
Okay, sorry for that. This thing, Gary. Look, those of us that grew up in the south, right, and we are now in the north, there are some certain conversations that just trigger someone's emotions because it's not coming from just because of ignorance. It comes directly from the point of hate, not just ignorance. It's just hate. And somebody will tell you, "Don't be too emotional." If we keep on allowing this narrative, yes, the Constitution says 18. In fact, most parts of the world are started reducing their own age down to 16, 17, 15.
And Aruna, let me even help you. Not all states in Nigeria have, what do you call it, signed that Child Rights Act or some, what do you call it? They have not domiciled it in the state. So I don't know. Yeah, and I think that's the law that makes it 18 for the age of marriage in Nigeria.
So when we keep on pushing such narrative, like me, I always tell people that, look, if you are pushing any advocacy, you look at the pros and the cons also. If you are saying that people should not go into marriage, what actually goes on in marriages? Shabina, most what they even push people to have legal sex and to born children. So what are you against? Are you against early sex? It should be very clear. Now, saying that what this early marriage or child marriage or whatever they call it is another thing and it is denigrating. Then when people comes out and tell early prostitutes, in the South. I don't think any Southern person would take it lightly when they start pushing narrative like that. And on this issue of what do I call it? This Niger issue, we in the North, we know what is our problem. Our problem is not whether somebody married earlier or our problem is the capacity to get married, the capacity to be a husband. That is the problem of North. Can you take care of your wife? But when people bring up this issue of this, and my landlady got married at the age of 16. Our daughter got married at the age of 17. Both of them are Ogonis, Christian, Baptist. So if I'm coming to meet somebody like me, you are saying that early marriage is denigrating, I'll start looking at you as a very stupid person. That is how I look at people that say those kind of rubbish. That early marriage will stop you from going to school and the rest. How many persons are determined that got married and refused to go to school? If your marriage contract that you sign with the persons before you go into marriage state that after you are married, you not go to school, it is your own business. Have you tackled the real problem of the North? The way you talk about the northern concern. The northern concern is not early marriage. The northern concern is people getting married when they are not fit. So if you are getting 100 people married, what should be your concern? Or what should be the concern of Uju? Because of our girls are getting married. The concern of the woman minister is, are those 100 guys that you are getting married to, are they capable of taking care of these my girls? I think that is the moral stand of a woman minister. Now, if these girls did not get married, these orphans, if they do not get married, who is going to take care of them? Have we brought that issue up? Take care of
Haruna, sorry, Big Daddy. Haruna, did you listen to the minister? Do you know that he asked these same questions that you are asking? Before you crucify somebody, take your time, listen. Don't take one item and run with it. Because this was you are saying the minister talked about it.
So instead of actually sponsoring the girls, let's assume the girls are not minors. Let's just assume, which we know that they are minors. Let's just assume they are not minors. Instead of you sponsoring them to go get married, why don't you use that same resources and educate these girls, give them therapy, and make them make that choice for themselves, rather than going there to force them to marry people that they don't even know or care about? Yeah, you fine, you can mute yourself.
Yeah, my brother, what greater. That is the same thing I wanted to say, that is why I said before that, it's in their culture, they grew up with it. Those Islamic, I don't call them Fulani, I call them Islamic people in the north because they are Islamic people. So they grew up with it. Can you imagine what a grown-up person, maybe that guy that was saying that Aruna, maybe he's about 40 something years of age. When you look at him, you ask yourself, and you look at it, you look at yourself, he's a human being like you. He has mouth, he has eyes, he has everything you have, and you keep on asking yourself, is this a person, or is this a demon? But really he's a demon, because he's advocating those girls, a little babies of how many years should go to marry, because in that marriage, from there they will be taking good care of them, they will be living like fine, they will be living. There's nothing like living fine. Then that you can't force little kids to something that they don't want to do, and besides they are still babies. If I thought they were even 19 years, 20 years, or yeah, that one is at least even understandable, So okay, let them go and multiply because they are almost getting old. But this one are little babies. He is not even thinking of, okay, what are we going to do to empower these little kids? At least they can become something in future and contribute in this generation, at least bring out one or two things that will benefit this our people in future. They are not thinking about it. There are many things that they could do, that these children want to push in marriage with. At least tomorrow, if they finish do it, those children will say, this our minister, or this our uncle, or this our governor. Without him, I don't know what I will become. There are schools, sponsor them in schools, let them go to school. After that, you open up something for them. Is it company? Open it. But no, all the agenda is only go and destroy the world. Gamebiwa. That is the agenda of this Islamic people. Gamebiwa. Go and destroy the world. Can you imagine what maybe a 40 something years old man is campaigning? You come and pick up a little girl of 2 years, 3 years, you lay her down. Chineke na. But you can continue, please. These people are not human beings. They are demons. They are demons. They are not human beings. They are demons.
Thank you very much. Shady Junior, I don't know if you can speak now. You're still showing connecting on my end. So I'll wait till you're able to speak. So until then, let me.
To say, okay, who are the people marrying these girls? Are they of age? Can they take care of these girls? Or what is this empowerment? What is their economic power? Are you saying you
I
are
sink you,
empowering
nigga.
ladies to get married? Is that some sort of empowerment? These are legitimate questions. But the only one wey dey go inside na the underage aspect wey she talk, which is.
Shady, you can unmute yourself.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Can somebody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you. Can you hear me?
This would be marrying young girls or the age girls. For me, what I want to say is that it's their culture. You know, this, even though say today we speak, they are not going to stop it because it's in their blood. The way we Biafras have our own culture, the same way these Fulani people have their own culture. You know. And two, not only even marrying underage. You know, there's some this Fulani culture like they can marry even their, you know, like me, I will go and marry my sister daughter. You know, they used to do it. Even when I was hearing it, I thought that it's like I asked them, is it true that like you people can marry your sister? They say yes. You know, several, like many like that I've seen, or like I'm so surprised. Like anytime I hear it, I'll just, am I dreaming or what? You know, can somebody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Uh, these people, they're supposed to be living with these people. Sometimes when I see what these people are doing, it's like we human beings are living with horror people, you know, these vampire people, you know. Sometimes they like when I see the way they are doing things, you know, it's like I feel like to just disappear from this world, you know, to go and be on my own, you know. These people they like their own culture is very bad. I don't know where they get this culture from. I don't know. How can a old man be marrying 8 years, 10 years, 11 years? Like I don't know how did they used to feel like touching on that age? Yes, I don't know. You know, that's why these people they can sleep with anything in this life. Can sleep with goats, cow, anything at all. That know they can just put their useless uncircumcised manhood on. You know, that is it. This thing we should not just you know carry headache on it, because it is just a culture to them, you know, culture to them. For you to go and be marrying your own sister, daughter, you know, how do you feel? I mean, I don't understand, that's just what I want to say, This thing have been there in their blood, and we can't remove it from away from them. Uh, even in Nigeria is even good. If you go to some country, like there's some place they call Agade, if you go to that place and see what is going on there, you'll be thinking that these people are they in this world. When you go to Agades or those, desert, all those, you can't be seeing what they are doing there. I don't know whether it's like a God that God just caused these people, God caused them. And they know that God, 'cause that's why anywhere they enter, they want to draw everybody to come and be like them, to be doing things like them, you know. That is it. And no matter how we do see you host a space for now to tomorrow, and they can't stop it because they did start from today. Even before we were born, they were doing it, you know. That is it. That's just what I want to say. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate the host and the co-host and everybody. Our minister will go 247. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'll give my mic for you. That's the experience I've get with them. That is it.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
And another thing that is not being talked about a lot is missing children in Nigeria. There is no data on missing children in Nigeria. That is still another aspect of this whole sick system that's called Nigeria that has to be destroyed. It has to be destroyed. It cannot and will not be moved to the next generation. It has to stop here. There is nothing the devil or anybody would do. It will stop here. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. This cannot continue because it seems like, and also parents, Nigerian parents are very negligent, as in they are very neglectful. Some of them just give birth to these children and expect these children to raise themselves. There are so many aspects to the situation we are talking about because these children are made vulnerable on so many aspects. Nobody to watch over them, nobody to protect them, nobody to care for them. Either if you grew up in Benin, there is these people, I don't know if they are Lebanese or Niger people. They look kind of like half white and half black. So I don't know. They always bring them and dump them in the markets in Benin. You see a lot of their little children. So when you're going to the market, they run after you and tell you, "Brother, give me money." People sexually assault these children like there is no tomorrow. Some of those conductors, those agbero, after they finish working for the day, they use those money to entice those little children and assault them. It is a common knowledge. You can take me anywhere in the world. I will still repeat what I'm saying. It's a common knowledge, you know.
Sorry to jump in. It's true. What you are saying is true. Because I've been in Benin for a long time. I grew up in Benin. What you are saying is true. If you go to Ring Road, they are
It's
there.
Ring Road I'm talking
They,
about now. Ring
Ring
Road in
Road,
Metana.
yeah, they are there. Yeah, River, there are plenty over there. Sometimes they like if you are seeing what is going on in this world, these people they have destroyed this world. You know, if you are looking for the Satan, say oh Satan, the devil, these people they are the Satan that we are seeing in this world. Because if you are seeing what they are doing, like sometimes I just said that as I said the first, I don't feel like to just move away from them from
My,
this
my
world.
brother, it's not
Only
my
what
brother.
you can
It's
save us
sorry
for
for
these
jumping.
people can they just
Sorry, my brother, for jumping
Biafra.
in.
When we
It's
get
not.
Biafra like this,
Can you hear me?
we are going to separate ourselves from them. And anybody that will say that I'm Igbo, I'm a Biafra, I can still be a Muslim, you will just it's not even that we will give him transport or her, we will just do her or him to go and throw to not even can even take her far away, even go to maybe Niger or Agadez, go and throw her to go and be in that place, because We don't need those nonsense in our land. Those things make even our ancestors to even turn back against us, seeing these people are be killing us just like chicken. Because they know what our land forbid. That's why they are using different ways to enter to be destroying our life. See, even see what that stupid person is saying. You see the way he defended said that my landlady married the age of 60. He don't even ask her what make her to marry in that age. Some of them because of the suffering, the suffer for their family. They'll now just say that I say they used to sell them out. They'll just sell them out to because their family need money. You will not ask landlord or landlady what make her to marry in that kind of age, or a landlady daughter what make you to marry that kind of age. Or you can say that my landlady married age of 16, all those things. You know, because I don't see any reasonable person that will even allow a daughter to go and marry that age. Because the person have no even understand the like the way of maybe sex life or even as a woman. There's a stage you will reach, before like you start seeing yourself now. I'm a woman, no. You have never seen anything until you just go and marry like that.